Okay, here we are. So, let's just jump right into it. Anyway, so I left off with breathing became a painful chore. So, the hot air scalded the lungs, and condensation dripped down the bulkheads. Okay. Let's see. So the starship is getting closer to the sun, and breathing became a painful chore. The hot air. So it senses. From this paragraph, I'm getting that since the ship is going through space, it's getting closer to the sun. Sun's rays and radiation are heating up the ship, making it hotter, making basically the air inside hot, which is scalding his lungs. And then also I guess drawing the moisture from the air, like a steam room onto the bulkheads. Okay, I can believe that. Not too far of a stretch. Okay. A figure moved through the mist alongside the man. Ooh. Now it's getting interesting. Someone else on board that isn't dead, and it's not Steve on his sleeve. So, he stopped, and the figure froze. And the figure froze too. The murderer? Or am I still having a vision? Wait, what? Having a vision? You know what? Oh, maybe he's like, because when he got whacked on his head, and he saw Beatrice. I'm going to say Beatrice. Beatrice sounds more feminine. Unless I'm wrong. For right now, I'm sticking to that. So, maybe he's thinking like another vision like that. The man took off at a sprint. If it was the creature that had killed the rest of the crew, he wasn't going to stick around and see what it was. Wait. How do you know it was a creature that killed the rest of the crew? You just wake up from amnesia, or having amnesia, you can't remember anything. And you see these people which you can't remember all over, they're the crew, and dead everywhere. And therefore you assume it's a creature? What if it's just another man? What if it's I don't know, rabies that gone wild? Hell, I don't know. I mean, it could be a creature. I just think it's funny you worded it that way. But hell, I'll go with it. Sure, why not? So he's not going to stick around. Hell no. You see a figure. Of course, if I saw a figure, I would think it's one of the other crew members and would be like, hey, what the hell's going on? I can't remember anything. What happened here? That's what I would think. But apparently he sees shadow, therefore, creature, stay away. I don't want to die. Hell. Let's go with it. The bipedal thing moved. The bipedal thing followed him, matching his speed. The end of the bilges came into view, and he panted hard. Slogging through the water was tiring, and there was no way he'd reach the end before the thing got him. The man faced about. No one will ever know, but I will rest a bit easier knowing that I fought death. Okay. Well, how come no one will ever know? He's on a big starship, right? I mean, I'm assuming it's a pretty big vessel, and I really doubt, since he can't remember anything, that he knows if everyone's dead. What if there's some other surviving crew member hidden somewhere? What if all the escape pods are gone? Clearly, there's some people that have escaped or at least tried to. Maybe they have. You don't know. How does he automatically assume I'm the only one which will know? Well, how come everyone's dead but me? I'm not sure where he's getting that idea. I guess, but he fought death. They're basically trying to stay alive. Okay. That's what any man would do. I'm pretty sure no one really wants to die, and if they are, then they're suicidal, which in that case you don't meet too many suicidal people because they're usually dead. So that's just common sense, right? Okay. He may have roared a fierce cry, or may have issued a squeak he couldn't hear. Why can't he hear? You think you can hear? He's talking to himself, clearly. Or maybe he's thinking, I don't know. It's still hard to tell, Soda Beer, with no elaboration. No one will ever know, but I will rest a bit easier knowing I fought death. Ah, or he doesn't know because he can't hear. What? Okay. So apparently he's deaf now. The adrenaline flowing through his body seemed to slow time. He felt invincible, armored. The others died, but I will live. This thing cannot have me. He threw his fist. All of his strength poured into his... Oh, wait, he's not talking. But I will live. This thing cannot have me. He threw his fist. All of his strength poured out into the movement. So he like just friggin' slugged. So therefore you wake up, you don't know what's going on, ship's falling apart, everyone's dead, you're running through, you're going into the bilges. At which point you see then a shadow. Your immediate thought, a creature. It must have killed the crew. Ah! Okay. In my opinion, it seems like he's making a lot of assumptions based on a man who can't remember anything. If he had some memory, that would help, but he can't remember his own goddamn name. Okay, so... he can't remember his speech which he's speaking, which doesn't make sense, by the way, and I'm not going to go off on that, because I'll just go off again. I'd look into that sort of a little bit. You might want to, I don't know, mop that up a little bit. It just seems like there's a lot of gaps being filled in really quickly. Whatever. His fist stuck solid steel and left a shallow impression in the bulkhead. Holy crap! This thing is metal steel. It's like punching a steel wall. It's like punching a brick wall. And you left an indent? Holy shit. Is he entirely human? I mean, does he have an augmented arm or something? I mean, I don't know, but damn, I'm pretty sure that would have broke every bone in his hand if it's normal. So I hope he doesn't have a normal hand, Soda Beer. Don't do that to me, because that's ridiculous. I punched a wall before. It freaking hurts. And it wasn't even steel. You left an indent that's hard enough to indent the wall? Are you kidding me? Okay, yeah. Impression the steel. Clutching the sore hand, the man stared into the reflective surface. He grinned despite the grim situation, embarrassed. I'm glad that no one saw that. You punch a wall. It's steel. You probably broke every bone in your hand. But, apparently, no, he just roughed it up a bit. So he's like, ow! At least no one saw that. Heh. You know, that sounds like something you would do, Soda Beer. That sounds exactly like something you would do. Except you would break your hand. But, I could totally see you doing that. You're like, at least no one saw that. Despite you're on a ship that's about to explode. He wiped the surface clean of condensation, and his... and his visage, wait, is that, it's V-I-S-A-G-E, it's not visor, it's visage, why can't I freaking, I don't know why, okay, some words I just can't, I can read Adeptus Mechanicus, and I can spell it and tell you exactly what it means, but I can't even know what... I hate English. I'm more of a math and science. I don't do English. Anyway, visage. Whatever. Vision... Why can't you just say vision? Whatever. Maybe it's a word for vision. Scientific word? Hell, I hate you, Soda Beer, so much. Became clear. Anyway, so his visage became clear. The face of a man well past his prime stared back at him. Okay, so it's a man, it's not a creature. And stared back at him. And he's past his prime, so he's old. The square jaw and piercing eyes were intimidating. So it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, alright. The mayor of California, lol. The Terminator. And that's a terrible Arnold impersonation. And yet, you know it was Arnold though, even though it's crappy. And why is that? How come every culture, no matter where you're from or whatever, can automatically do an Arnold impersonation? But Arnold can't even say California, he can't even say his own state, which he's mayor of, correctly. I'm sorry, he's not mayor, governor, my bad. He's the governor. Why am I off topic? Damn you, Soda Bear, stop getting me off topic. Let's see. Fighting for his life, he didn't seem... Wait, no, I skipped a start. Sorry, my bad. The square jaw, which automatically think of Arnold. But wait. We're intimidating, but the mop of graying blonde hair betrayed his age. Oh, basically he says he has gray hair, so he's freaking old. Like Arnold! Except not blonde hair, it's more brown, so... Arnold dyed his hair. Okay, I'm assuming this man is Arnold until you tell me otherwise. The man recoiled in horror. Which man? Okay, Soda Bear, it's hard when you refer to the guy with no name as the man, and then the guy in front of him as the man. Who? Who's talking? Who? I don't know. Whatever. He fell into the sludge. His hands shook, and sweat poured down his face. Who? I don't know. He'd lost more than he thought. What? Fighting for life didn't seem so important now. There wouldn't be much left for me anyway. Wait. Who's doing this? Is it the man with gray hair? Or the man who just woke up with a bleeding hole in his arm with sleeve on his other sleeve? And... I don't know who this